would you say is your biggest success so far?
I think just getting through my pre-apprenticeship, getting through the apprenticeship program and then journeying out, opening a business, and then now being a director at ANEW. Like, I never thought in a million years that's what my career path would go, because I have no experience in construction whatsoever. None of my family's in construction. So just to be a woman too and saying, hey, what's your background? I say, I'm a heavy equipment operator. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's me. That building that you're in, yeah, I had touched everything that you're sitting on. Driving around the city, showing my daughters too, like, yeah, that's the 520 bridge. Mommy put that beam up. You know, just to say, like, it's real rewarding, and what you do is actually always going to be there. So I think that's a plus with being in the construction industry. Out of the corporate world is where I started. I actually needed to look for a new career that actually prevented me from living that paycheck to paycheck life that you hear of so often as a single mother, and I needed something that really was stable and give me a livable wage to take care of me and my kids, not just for what we needed, but also what we wanted as well. And a friend of mine said, hey, why don't you call ANEW and check out their pre-apprenticeship program. I'm like, I don't know if I can do construction because that's just not my scope of work, but I'll think about it. And as time progressed, I still was not getting that pay raise, that promotion that I deserved. So I was like, you know what, why not? Luckily, they did have a program that was starting the next week. I passed the test that I needed to do to get started, and I got started. And I was surprised because there was so many women that had the same story and was looking for the same thing I was looking for. So that kind of encouraged me to actually follow through and continue with going through the pre-apprenticeship program. And so that's how I kind of got into the construction industry. I never imagined like what stepping stone construction could be for me in the diversity aspect, but there's so many other opportunities within mentorship, leadership for women, especially BIPOC women, that we don't really hear about, and that's why we're actually here at ANEW. We're trying to make sure that it's a safe and welcoming workplace for everybody. Again, if we don't have different lenses, different people that are getting into those leadership roles, we're just going to see the same outcomes, and that's what we're really trying to change.
We really need to change the top tier when it comes to construction, the leadership role. We need folks that look like and understand a diverse workforce so that they know and understand, that they have power, they have voice, and they have belonging.
Yeah, if I didn't have my kids, like that's what really, really motivated me, that it's male-dominated industry, right? So that kind of encouraged me, like, hey, like there needs to be women here. Where are all the Black women? Where are all the BIPOC women in leadership? And so I said, you know what, I'm going to start my own construction business so I can hire women that look like me that have these skills that aren't getting those opportunities. So when COVID hit, I was like, you know what, this is my time. I had like 2 months off. I'm like, let me sit down and figure out how to open up my own construction business. I mean, this is the field that I've been in for the last 8 years. Let me see what I can do. If I would have stuck with the degree that I thought I was going to take, I'm making like double the money that I would have been making. So it's like, you have to understand that it's a lot of money in construction, and we deserve to be there too. And they know that. And so it's like, there are a place for women to be in construction. So that's how I encourage myself, with really my daughters, like making sure that I go home and can say, hey, mommy did it. What's pretty cool about construction too is that like you're going to different job sites. You're not always just stuck at one place, and you get to do different things. So like on the Coleman dock, I was an operator, but I got to work on the boats, on the barges, on the cranes. And that was one of the best projects, I could say, the Climate Pledge. Like the culture there was amazing. Like there was so many women on that project, because I was so used to being like maybe 1 or 2 women, and like there's like 20 women walking around, and we're like, oh hey, how are you? Like getting to know each other. Like we really are seeing a change in women coming into this industry. And again, like that mentorship plays a big role with us.
This is a great pathway to really take care of your family. This would be a great place to start your career and be able to have a skill that you can take with you anywhere. This is a lifelong skill that you're learning and being able to own for yourself. And so I would say that this is where they could grow and provide for their families.
So what we do here at ANEW is really prepare our students to be successful in the construction industry prior to getting out there in the field. Because again, like I said, if you don't have any experience, if you're just coming in saying like, hey, I just want to start a new career, I heard you guys get paid good money, but you have no idea what it's really like to be out there, this is what sets you up for success.
Communities are prospering because they have jobs available that, are above the minimum wage. We're talking about apprentices that start between $20 and $25 an hour and journeying out between $50 and $60 an hour. There's so many different areas that they could go, come off of the field and into other spaces of construction.
There might be something else that my career path can go where I can actually make good money and take care of my family or just myself. So I really want you guys to think about that when you're thinking about your career goals. If you're walking out of ANEW, you can say, hey, I got to learn all these skills to make sure that I am prepared to make sure that I'm the best apprentice that you've ever seen.